Hello and welcome to the Storybox Project market theme. This activity is a really fun activity which invites you to create your own piece of creative writing inspired by markets, and we're particularly excited about it because it's been developed in partnership with Bury Art Museum. So what we're going to do in the activity is that we're going to take time to look at a painting from Bury Art Museum's collection, and then we're going to use that painting as inspiration to write a poem, to make our own piece of creative writing. Now in a minute I'm going to show a copy of the picture on the screen, but if you would like to download your own piece, your own copy of the picture so that you can print it off and look at it at home, you can download one using the link in the description below this video. So let's start by looking at the picture. So this is a painting and it's called The Fish Stall. And it was painted by an artist called Frederick William Elwell in 1934. It's a really popular painting at the Art Museum in Bury, and it's often on display if you ever get to go there and visit. Frederick was born in Beverley in Yorkshire in 1870, and he mainly painted in oils. He painted a lot of portraits, a lot of figures, a lot of interiors. He produced more than 500 paintings in his life. So as I said, this is one of his paintings and it's called The Fish Stall. So what can you see in the painting first? It's a really popular piece, as I said, at the Art Museum. And do you like it? Is it a painting that you like? And how would you describe the style of it? It's quite realistic, obviously. Kind of a realistic depiction of that scene of the ladies talking and people buying fish from that stall on the harbour side. And do you think it's a painting that you would like to have up in your house? I mean, for me, although I really love looking at it in the art gallery, I'm not sure it's a picture that I would like to have at home. So now that we've had a little think about the painting, what we're going to do is that we're going to create a piece of creative writing inspired by what we can see, and we're going to think about our senses, so hearing, sight, smell, touch, taste and feeling, to get a sense of the picture. So we're going to try and be as descriptive as we can, and for each different sense we're going to try and think of as many different responses, as many different actions, responses, as many different answers as we can. And obviously it's up to you. If you wanted to, you can write down your own poem at home and then you'll just need a pen and paper to do it. Or maybe you just want to join in the activity with me now and then come back and rewind after you've watched it and have a go of writing your own poem. It's totally up to you. But what we're going to do now is write a poem together. So the first thing I want to ask is, what can you see in this picture? Well, obviously there's a stall holder there. She's wanting to sell the fish and the seafood on her stall. Lots of different fish you can see in front of her. And this lady having a chat with her. Don't know whether they know each other already or whether they're giving tips about how to cook something. I don't know what you think about that. And then the other lady who looks like she's waiting quite patiently. I wonder from her clothes whether she's a maid or something like that. I can see the beautiful red lobster that the lady is holding. That massive fish just down below, and maybe it's a cod or something like that. That tray of prawns, and then the glorious views out to the harbour behind her. Maybe that's where the fish were caught, where the fish were brought after they were caught out at sea. I can see from looking out that it looks like a calm day. Looks sunny, maybe a little bit of cloud. Not quite sure what time of day it is. It looks like a summer's day to me though. And I can see some boats in the harbour, but not too many. And I can also see the beach beyond and the town beyond. So now we're going to think about what you might be able to hear. I think you can hear the ladies talking to each other. I think you would be able to hear the sounds of the harbour and the sounds of the market, of men shouting, of crashing lobster pots. Maybe a hooter or a siren or a horn from one of the boats coming into the harbour. Lapping of the waves and the water. And maybe a soft wind blowing, because it doesn't look too much of a windy day. Then what do you think you can smell? Well, you're going to be able to smell fish, but I guess that the smell wouldn't be too strong because the fish is so fresh. It's literally just come in off the boat, but there would still be a smell of fish. And then sea air, that fresh and clear air over the sea. And taste. I think you would be able to taste the kind of salty sea, so the salt from the sea on your lips. And you can't taste it immediately within the picture, but it makes me think of the delicious fresh fish and how good it's going to taste when the lady cooks it when she gets back home. And finally, what do you think the feel is? Either in terms of surfaces or how the picture makes you feel. Well, I think the feeling is kind of relaxed. There is a sense of purpose, but a sense of relaxation. It's this sense of people going about their daily business. There's nothing exceptional, nothing different to what they're doing. It's a busy place, that's definite, and it's definitely a place where people have got a very clear sense of purpose. So that's all my responses. I don't know if you've had time to write any down whilst you've been listening and whilst you've been thinking about the picture. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read back the poem that I have created based upon our responses to this amazing painting. As stallholder with lots to sell, so many different fish, so much seafood, ladies talking, sharing news. They know each other well. A lady waiting patiently, maybe a servant out doing shopping. The beautiful red lobster, the massive fish, maybe it's a cod. The glorious harbour, the tray of plump pink prawns. Out to sea where the fish came from. Looks a bit like Whitby to me. A busy working place. Calm day at sea, but don't be deceived. Sunshine and clouds, a summer's day. Boats in the harbour, the beach beyond, the sound of ladies talking, of harbour men shouting and crashing lobster pots, a hooter from a boat, soft waves lapping, soft wind blowing, other stallholders selling as much as they can. Fresh caught crab, absolute bargain. North Sea place, give it a try. The smell of the fish, fresh from the sea, crisp and tangy, old ropes damp and salty. Fresh, clear sea air, salty sea taste on your lips, anticipating fresh cooked fish when you get home. People going about their daily business, relaxed but busy, nice to catch up, a sense of purpose. So that's the poem that I've created. If you'd like to read it again, you'll find a copy of it in the description for this film. But what do you think we could call the poem? Do you think we could come up with a name for it? Well, a lot of it to me seems to be about the business that people are going about. So I think the name I'm going to give this poem is Busy Day by the Sea. So that's it, there's our poem. If you write one yourself, maybe you could share it in the comments below. We'd really love to read the different poems that you create. So that's the end of our market themed poetry activity. Thank you for joining in. If you're interested in trying more market themed activities, you'll be able to find others in the playlist for this theme. And if you follow the link below, you'll be able to explore a further range of Storybox resources and Storybox activities. And also, if you follow the link in the description, you'll be able to learn more about Bury Art Museum, who've been our partners for this film, explaining how you can visit them and how you can learn more about their amazing collection in their art gallery and museum in the heart of Bury. And finally, if you want to, you can press the button below so you subscribe to our channel, and that means that you will be automatically updated each time we add a new video. Thanks for joining in. See you again soon. Bye.